You are the ocean, and you are the sky. So in a conversation, my beautiful Julie said, I would like to be unafraid. And what I said was, you are both afraid and in the deep unafraid. And she asked me to elaborate. And so see if you can feel this with me. The ocean, huge rolling ocean, waves crashing, a storm. All right. That's the top. The further down you go into the deep of the ocean, the less it's this and the more it's this. You are both this and this. We tend to notice this because it's loud. And other people keep pointing to it. And when you practice noticing that I am both this and this, you can shift your perspective from one to the other. The part where your mind is racing and your hands are shaking, that is the part that is most obvious, the loudest. The part where you're standing there and there's a storm and there are winds and it's ripping stuff up. But in the sky, the higher you go, you can see that that is a part of what's happening. And it is not all that is happening. So, Brandy, what does it mean? How does that change me on a Tuesday afternoon when I am uptight and fearful? Here's how it changes you, babe. I get to notice, the first thing I'm going to notice is that my mind is racing. The mind, here's what I'm going to notice. Zzz, up here. Pressure, probably, behind here. That my heart, I can feel it. Might even be able to see it. These are the loud parts. Maybe my hands are shaking. Maybe I want to vomit up words. That's what's going to be easy to notice. And that is a part of what is happening. And then this is part of how I use the listen far, listen close. Listen far, feel the warmth on this side of my face and the cool on this part of my shoulder. It reminds me that I am both warm and cool. I am both agitated and in my thighs, I am settled. Hellenistic thinking is tickling everything apart into a separate portion. Hebraic thinking is that it's all one. You are both separate parts and all one. When your focus is on this, then it's a challenge to notice that there are parts of me, my physical body, my thighs, that are not concerned or affected by this. When I practice going into my intuitive mind, a believer might call it the mind of Christ. There is a portion of you, like, you know how when you go to remember something, sometimes you'll do this. And somewhere you're pulling that memory in from somewhere because there's a field that is not you, but you are connected to. And what we are not practiced in is being connected to the part that just sees everything. And it is not affected by everything. But this is as real a part of us as the tops of our thighs or our skin layer. The top of the ocean is in a storm. The deep of the ocean, it sways back and forth. The human part of you is the spirit part of you, the energy part of you sees all the things. You are both and. You can tickle it apart and decide what you're going to focus on. If you're going to focus on the zzz, or if you're going to focus on this. You can be fearful, because fear shows up here. Because if it was just a sensation in your body, you might call it excitement. You might call it love, because it's tight throat, breathing, butterflies in my belly. But the context, we call it fear. But you are both. Fearful, and you have the capacity of fearless, which doesn't mean no fear. It means less fear, because you're looking at it from a different perspective. I'm not sure if you could feel it the way I meant for you to feel it. You contain multitudes, babe. And we've been taught to notice the loudest thing. We've been taught there are two things that we are inherently afraid of. Human, we. Loud noises and the fear of falling. You can see these in babies. Of course, if they're not born hearing, then the noises isn't an issue. And there are probably some ways that neurologically people don't have a fear of falling, probably. I won't say that everybody does, because life's mysterious. But all other fears we learned. We learned how to notice the loud. We forgot that there's a deeper part of us. We forgot because when we showed up on earth, we were supposed to forget. that we were spirit, for the joy of remembering that we were. I'm going to create a meditation that brings folks from the zzz down to the solid, wavy part of the inside. If you want me to let you know when that's available, put a comment in. Use any word you like, because it's me. It's not an automated thing. All right? All right. I love you very much. You contain multitudes, all at the same time. All at the same time.